Okay, just so you know, the golf went terribly, but I'll tell you what's not terrible. That is that new Mark Bavaro golden ticket item. Shout outs to D Gertie. Hands down the best golden ticket of the promo so far. It's going to be super tough for anyone to top this card without sending an email to EA saying, hey, I want to change my setup, and EA actually accepting it. This card is absolutely perfect. Taking a look at this card's ratings: 99 speed, acceleration, zone coverage, press, man coverage is almost perfect at 98. Jump rating is 99. 96 agility. I'm not sure where I got that extra agility point. 95 play rec. Pretty darn good. Great strength, 245. This is a corner item. But the real thing about this card that we need to be talking about is the AP setup, because D Gertie did a perfect job with this. Reinforcement right now is the most important ability in the game, bar none. I say ability because we're starting to get to a point where this is given away as a passive ability, not an X factor that can be charged up. You guys need to be stockpiling as many of these passive reinforcements as possible. They are quite expensive. I know Ronnie Lott is super expensive right now, so it's not easy to get him, but maybe you chem up the cover athletes Troy Polamalu, maybe do some Steelers theme team all-stars to make him a little faster. Definitely worth running, but most importantly, it's the 0 AP mid-zone KO stack. Now, for those that don't know, mid-zone KO lights up in any zone in the game, meaning that, let's say you got this card at safety and he's in a deep zone. He's going to light up as soon as the quarterback starts his throwing animation with a deep zone, even though it's mid-zone knockout. This works in deeps, it works in yellows, and it works in flats of any type, whether it's a purple or a cloud flat. So with this mid-zone KO being free, it's only going to knock out in the mid-zone region of the field, but we're covering ourselves with the reinforcement, which gives disruption of catches anywhere on the field in any assignment. So light ups in any assignment, knockouts in any assignment. It's a universal zone KO for 1 AP, but we're not done, because the reinforcement ability also is premier shed animations against run blocks. So if you're blocked by a regular wide receiver on a run play, if you're blocked by a tight end that doesn't have Vanguard, it does a good job insta sheds. It's basically a universal run stopping shedding ability, similar in a lot of ways to the way Run Stuffer, which is being given out to a lot of cards, kind of behaves. But we're not done, because reinforcement also does a really good job at countering the Vanguard ability. And if you guys haven't been playing a lot of Madden, if you hop online, you're going to see a lot of Vanguards. They're giving away the Vanguard, which is a pancake block animation to tight ends, fullback items. Some players are being put out at receiver with this to kind of make RPOs better. Reinforcement does a really good job at counteracting those pancake blocks from the Vanguard ability. Now, one thing I want to say is I've seen some people mention, whether it be in the comment section, my Twitch chat, Twitter, hey, Zan, my reinforcements are getting pancaked all the time by Vanguards. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't work. Here's the case that is most likely for you that's causing this to occur. You need to know your run fits. Run fits are going to tell you whether or not your player is involved in the run defense. So let's talk about a cover 3. In a cover 3, those outside corners drop deep. So if you got an outside corner with the reinforcement ability being blocked by a tight end that's firing out and chasing him downfield with Vanguard, he's going to get pancaked. However, you compare that to a cover 2 where those outside corners are run defenders and they play down on the edge against outside runs, that reinforcement will light up and defeat the Vanguard. So it's about understanding what your run fit is. Likewise with the safety defense. Let's talk about if you have a reinforcement up top at safety. If you're playing cover 2 where those safeties fan out and backpedal, they're not in the run fit. If you play cover 4 where they play down and fill in the alleyways, they're in the run fit. They'll do a much better job at doing their reinforcement shed animations against a Vanguard in that regard. So that is really important. The other thing it does is it sheds RPO blocks. So again, a lot of those players that like to run RPOs on 3rd down and 9 or 4th down and 3 and just kind of catch you off guard, you're going to get crazy shed animations on those plays as well. So I want to go ahead and show you guys all those scenarios that I just talked about here with Reinforcement Midzone. Again, this is the best possible setup you guys can run. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is a clip from my Twitch stream. This was yesterday when Bavaro came out. By the time this video gets out, this is going to be a 2-day-old card. We're going to be taking a look here at an example of Bavaro is our far outside left on the screen corner. So he is right here. This is an example of the gun wing stack with an RPO bubble screen. A lot of players like this type of screen because both the receivers run out to the flat together. And usually it's a pretty effective call against a cloud flat or even an outside deep zone. So when we go ahead and roll the tape here, you're going to see initially they go to throw it. And you're thinking, okay, this is a stolen first down. That is, unless your player has reinforcement. So we see Bavaro comes down, and the first thing that you see is that he is going to light up for a insta shed. Now all of a sudden this block has lost, and he's going to get a tackle and a turnover on downs. So this is a clear example of why the shedding of regular run blocks and RPOs out on the perimeter is worth reinforcement on its own. Okay, let's take a look at another one here. In this example, Mark Bavaro is our far outside right corner on the wide side of the field. Our opponent is in a split wing nasty alignment, typically a run formation. So I decided to play a run style defense where my outside corners are in the run fit, designed to, take away the flats. So no flat zone KO on Bavaro. Again, just mid zone KO in reinforcement. Let's go ahead and roll the clip here. Our opponent is going to run an auto motion play. Usually think it's a run. I get pulled up into the run fake, thinking that I need to gap shoot. I take myself out of the play. Now here's the drag underneath. And you see two things here. The first thing you're going to notice is as soon as the quarterback goes to throw the ball, you saw that flicker. Kind of see right there, you see the light up of the star underneath of Bavaro. That is the break on ball bonus associated with the windup of the quarterback. That is the first thing that lights up with a zone KO. Again, in this example, our player is actually in a flat. He's not in a deep zone. He's not in a hook zone. He is in a flat zone. So he gets the light up of the mid zone KO. And then the second thing he hits is the flat knockout. Again, what is the line of scrimmage here? This is a 43 is where the ball is located. This throw is to basically the opposite 48. So not quite 10 yards on this throw. Almost, but not quite. So again, this would be constituting a flat zone knockout. It doesn't actually matter because reinforcement knocks out anywhere on the field. But again, watch this clip here. You're going to see two light ups. The first one you're going to see is the break on ball from the mid zone. The second one is the reinforcement knockout. This ends up jarring the ball loose for an incomplete pass. Now here in this clip, we're actually going to pay attention to the left outside corner, which is Ronnie Lott. On my team, I run him with the mid zone KO. I pay the full 3 AP since he doesn't get that ability at a discount, but he does have the passive reinforcement. So this gives me basically the mirrored stack on both sides of the field. And if you know, the wide receiver reverse is one of the best run blocking plays in the game. And I want you to see how Ronnie Lott completely disrupts this play. You're actually not really going to see the shed, but you're going to see the receiver kind of say, okay, I got to go block someone else because he gets beat. So watch here on this play how 8 blocks to the outside, and then all of a sudden 8's headed upfield. That's because the reinforcement insta shed that block and completely blew up this reverse on its own. And then right here, we have an example of a stretch going right at Mark Bavaro, and he's able to shed the block instantly all the same. So again, if they don't have a Vanguard blocking, it's an instant win every single time. This kills the outside run. And then, of course, I've already done content about reinforcement and the out my way ability on defense and how it prevents the Vanguards from causing those pancake animations. If you haven't seen that short, make sure you guys are 1, subscribed right here to the channel, and 2, go check out that. I'll put the link in the description for you. But again, reinforcement, as I've shown you time and time again, as well as the out my way ability, which you should check out on the Genki Force Jair Alexander. You can run universal coverage plus a free out of my way, which is pretty damn good if I don't say so myself. It will shed the Vanguard ability. So you take a look, I've got the glowing Vanguards on the right. I show you the outside corner here in this clip with that F logo on the far right. He's got the reinforcement ability. So he's going to be able to shed that block. And you see that in that clip, I actually ran directly at that Vanguard so I could show you physically he sheds it. They do not end up on the ground. So again, Bavaro's the best card in the game. So again, to be totally honest with you, Mark Bavaro is the best player in Ultimate Team right now on the defensive side of the ball, and maybe debatably in the whole game just because of the way that this card can impact pass first offenses, but also very toxic RPO, Vanguard, run first style offenses as well. I think that this AP stack as a whole of Reinforcement and Mid-Zone KO should be something that you guys equip on as many items as possible on your team. I think you guys ought to take a look again at Bavaro, Ronnie Lott, take a look at the Troy Polamalu cover athlete card. I think might be worth to maybe run some Steelers theme team all-star boosts to make him a little faster. Maybe take a look at some of the unstoppable reinforcements, the Genki Force, Derwin James. Maybe you use some theme team all-star boost to make him faster. Maybe you guys take a look at some of the other pre-lit reinforcement abilities in this game. Between the passive ones and the pre-lit ones, you should be able to have reinforcement on several spots on your team, at least 5 or maybe even 6 particular positions. So make sure you guys are rocking this. This will help you guys on defense. I promise you. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. We'll see you guys later this afternoon with our next YouTube short or tomorrow with another long form tip. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab in. Good luck.